Sadhana, the highest echelon of human life. Man has friends and relatives in his life. Still he remains worried and troubled. He has so much, but still he says that he does not feel happy. He has everything, but still there is a feeling of emptiness. He does not know why he is so troubled, why he is so worried. The reason is that until he generates joy from within, until he produces divine thoughts and the powers of retention from within, till then all comforts are useless. Bhoge rogabayam, kule chutibayam, vitte nrupalad bayam, maune dainyabhayam, bale ripubayam, rupe jaraya bayam. That is, if one is very beautiful, one always remains worried of old age. Marilyn Monroe was the most talented film star of Hollywood, and she used to demand $10 million per movie. She was very beautiful, but in only the 23rd year of her life, wrinkles started appearing on her face, and she became so much depressed that she committed suicide. 23 years is not an age to die, and that too for someone whose single picture used to sell for over $10 million. This is but an eternal truth that where there is beauty, there is also a fear of it getting marred due to old age. Sarvam Vastu Bhayanvitam Bhuvinrinam. That is, along with all the pleasures and comforts, there is always a fear in this world. Sarvam Vastu Bhayanvitam Bhuvinrinam Vairagyameva Bhayam. That is, when a spirit of renunciation develops, all fears vanish. Renunciation does not mean wearing saffron robes or leaving one's family. Renunciation means detachment. Detachment is where there is no attachment. Where you have a bond, you shall face distress. You love your son, and if he falls ill, you feel worried about his health. Some 30-40 years back, I once went to see a movie at a cinema hall. The whole hall was filled to its capacity. In the movie, the son of the heroine died, and on seeing this tragic scene, all the women present in the hall started sobbing and weeping. It seemed as if all were feeling grieved. They knew that they had purchased a ticket and had come to see a movie which would end in 3 hours. They knew that all the characters were a part of the fiction and that they had no link with them. But on seeing the movie, they became a part of the plot and felt as if they were the mothers and that their son had died, and hence they started crying. On the other hand, those who remained conscious that it was just a movie saw it and went away to their homes unaffected. We too have come to this world with a ticket, and all that goes around us is a movie. This is my son, my father, my mother. You should remember that you have come here for some time, and one day you shall have to leave. When you don't have any attachments, you won't have any sorrows, and when there won't be any sorrows, you won't resort to the help of religion. You keep saying, "Oh God, what have you done? I daily go to the temple and pray, but still you do not help me." This is nothing but attachment. I had once said to you that I am more religious than you, and this is a fact. I always remain bowed down before Lord Rama. There passes not one moment in my life when I don't remember the name of Lord Rama and Lord Krishna. But this is also true that nothing can be achieved by just visiting a temple. Until we form an image in our hearts, what is the use of hanging a picture of God in the house? Dharma or religion means Dharayati Sadharma, that is, which we adopt in our lives is religion. Just by speaking that I have adopted a religion does not mean anything. If I say I am a Hindu but continue to tell lies, deceive people, then this is not true Hinduism. I shall be a true Hindu when I become totally detached. If I establish some principles in my life and decide to follow the ideals of Lord Rama and the orders of my father, then this shall be true Hinduism. If I am a woman and adopt the ideals of Sita, then when I follow these principles, then only I shall be called a Hindu. Adopting something is quite different from merely seeing it. We go to a temple and prostrate before the idol of God, fold our hands in prayer. We think that thus we have accomplished a very sacred task, but this is not the way to reach God. We lead an egoistic life. A person may appear humble and peaceful on the surface, but in actual, his anger and his vanity is never subdued. And until these are there in his life, there can be no religion. Till then, good virtues cannot be adopted and one cannot attain true joy. In order to attain joy, it is necessary that you are linked with your souls. Whenever you face any problem, you speak out, "Oh Mother, just think, why is it so?" This happens because a person always has a very close bond with one's mother, who in the childhood takes complete care of that person. Hence, whenever one is in trouble, the same word mother comes to one's lips. "Mother, I feel so unhappy. Mother, I feel ill. Mother, my child is so sick." The reason is that in a person's mind, a mother stands on the same pedestal as God. The process of dharana or adoption or establishing is similar. We should feel similarly for Lord Rama, and if we do this, then we shall not feel any distress, any problem, and shall experience divine joy. Then we shall feel happy even in moments of anxiety. We should be helpful to others as much as we can. We should try to share the sorrows and troubles of others, but this is more easily said than done. In general appearance, all humans appear identical. Each one has 2 hands, 2 legs. I too have this physical form, and so do all other humans. Lord Rama and Lord Krishna also had only 2 hands and feet. But among these very human beings, there are 3 stages through which the actual stature of a person can be known. Those belonging to the first kind remain limited only to their own families. If any member of their family is ill, then they feel worried and run about here and there for medical treatment. But such persons do not feel anything if their neighbor is in distress. If the neighbor's child is sick, then they have their food with the same feeling of contentment. Such humans are inferior personalities. They may be rich and prosperous, but in terms of humanity, they are the downtrodden. The second kind consists of the person who feels distressed not only when someone in the house is ill, but also when someone is ill in the neighborhood. He feels that he should do something. Although unable to go to the neighbor's house or to get the ill person medical treatment, he feels a pain for the sick neighbor. Such a person is of a medium category. The third kind consists of a person who is pained to hear about a famine in Bengal or killings in Bombay, about an earthquake or the poor condition of the society. Such a person feels the pains and sufferings of all mankind, and he belongs to the highest category. This difference in the nature of human beings shall remain until we adopt dharma, that is, virtuous principles. We should bow down before a mosque, gurudwara or church just as reverentially as we do when we pass a temple. The moral level of our lives should be high and not low. When one shall adopt dharma, then joy shall be generated from within, and when there shall be joy, an aura, a radiance shall appear on the face of that person. If you have seen the pictures of Lord Rama and Lord Buddha, you must have seen an aura a brightness around their faces. A similar radiance can be seen around the countenance of Lord Krishna, but our faces do not reflect such brilliance. This is because a deluge of joy was present in those great men. If the joy in a person's life increases, then the divine aura around him also increases, and this aura can thus appear even around your face. Lord Buddha once went to a village and asked everyone, "Has any great man ever been born in your village?" At this the villagers replied, "In our village, no one is ever great by birth. They become great only when they grow up. No person is great by birth. Everyone is born equal. A small child with 2 hands and 2 feet, but later on, one can become great like Krishna, Rama, Buddha and Mahavira through one's work. At the time of your birth, the Almighty had blessed all of you with all the qualities, and they are still there. But if you do not recognize these qualities, then you cannot achieve the greatness of these famous personalities. Believe me, even you can achieve greatness. But if you want to reach these heights, then you shall have to pass through the 3 stages of humanity. You shall have to give up selfishness, and you shall have to develop your virtues. Thus you shall achieve fame in your colony, in your nation, and then even in the whole world. The war of Vietnam is going on and you feel sad. Iraq is being attacked and you feel anxious. Then you should know that you have reached those heights of humanity. Such should be the way of your life. But to have such a way of life is not an achievement accomplished in one single day. There is a basic difference between religion and spiritualism. Religion may have limited interests, but the field of spiritualism has no limits. There has always been conflicts on the basis of religion. Why do the Hindus and Muslims fight each other? They are only fighting for their individual religions. But if these religions had a tinge of spiritualism, if spiritualism had been more emphasized, then there would have been no communal violence and fights. If an 18-year-old boy dies, then we too shall feel the same sorrow which his mother experiences. She is a mother. We too have children and can understand her grief. But the religion has divided us and we don't express our distress. Spiritualism means raising our souls to such heights that we become one with the whole world, with the whole universe. If there appears tears in someone's eyes, then tears should also flow from our eyes. This is the true extent of spiritualism. I am explaining to you the difference between religion and spiritualism. Religion is an important part of our lives. I feel proud that I am a Hindu, but I do not look with contempt at other religions. Mahatma Gandhi also said, "I am proud that I am a Hindu, but this does not mean that other religions are not good." I don't say that Jesus or Muhammad were not right. They too were right in their own contexts. We have not tried to know about their thoughts as we acquired only the knowledge given by Rama, Krishna and Mahavira. All these great men have stressed that life shall progress when the anger, the passion in us is curbed, when our vanity disappears. We may say that we don't have any sexual desires, that we have no greed, but in actual practice, these have not been totally subdued. In Rajasthan, there are Thakurs, a class of nobles or lords. Before 1947, they had small estates with 5-10 villages or an area of about 2000 square miles in each estate. These Thakurs used to be the rulers of these small estates. Thus there were about 3000 such rulers. Some ruled over 5-10 villages, some over 25 villages, and some even had 500 villages within their dominions. These rulers did not have any work to do. They just collected money from the public in lieu of taxes and lived comfortably. They had no other responsibility or worry. The bigger rulers were called kings, while the smaller ones were called Thakur Sahibs. You may not have gone to these villages, but if you do go there, you shall find that the Thakur still consider themselves superior. They may not even have enough food to eat, but their vanity knows no bounds. It was before 1947 that there was a great Thakur. One day he thought, I have committed a lot of sins in my life. I have killed so many birds and have eaten so much meat. Hence I should go to Haridwar and cleanse my sins by bathing in the holy river Ganga. And after coming back, well, what then? I shall commit more sins and shall again go and wash them away in the holy river. Hence he started for Haridwar. He said to the villagers, I am going to Haridwar. But why are you going there? Asked the villagers. Well, enough is enough. I have killed so many birds. I have troubled you and looted you. Now I want to renounce everything. Hence, I am going to Haridwar. Along with his 20-25 servants and his wives, he went to Haridwar and bathed in the holy river. The Hindu priests in Haridwar said to him, You shall have to renounce something in order to absolve yourself of all the sins. The Thakur thought, What should I renounce? I like to eat so much. If I renounce jaggery today, and if a sweet is prepared with it, then I won't be able to eat it. I cannot renounce jaggery. I cannot give up sugar. I cannot even give up wine. The eager priest said, Maharaj, give up anything. You just have to renounce one object. At this, the Thakur said, Well, fine. I renounce anger. From now on, I won't get angry. The priest said to himself, What a cunning fellow he is. If this feels angry or not, what does it matter to me? When he had to renounce anything, he could have left jaggery. If he had given up some real object, I would have got 5 kilos of it. To the Thakur he said, Sir, it is up to you, but if you give up some eatable. No, retorted the Thakur. You don't understand. I am a Thakur. The priest said, Sir, it is your wish. When the Thakur returned to his village, he was welcomed by all the villagers. They asked the Thakur, Maharaj, you went to Haridwar. What did you renounce? Well, I have renounced anger. Now I shall never be angry. But Maharaj, you are so short-tempered that you run to fetch your gun each time you get angry. The Thakur smiled and said, After having been to Haridwar, my heart, my soul have been completely transformed. Now I shall never be angry. A barber was sitting nearby. He heard all this and after about 10 minutes, he said, Maharaj, excuse me. Well, what is it? Asked the Thakur. Why are you standing? Maharaj, I want to ask you something if you don't mind. Go on, ask what you like. Maharaj, what did you renounce in Haridwar? Haven't I just told you? I have given up anger. The conversation with the villagers resumed. The Thakur started to narrate the incidents that happened in the course of the journey. Again the barber got up and said, Maharaj, Huzur, I want to ask you something. Well, ask. Maharaj, you went to Haridwar. What did you give up? What the? I have told you that I have given up anger. I shall never be angry again. Can't you understand this much? You seem to have very less brains. The barber sat down again. The talks resumed. 15 minutes passed and the barber again stood up and said, Maharaj, Huzur, I want to ask something. Well, what is it now? Maharaj, you went to Haridwar. Yes, I did. Maharaj, what did you renounce there? You bloody swine, rascal! And speaking of these abusers, the Thakur picked up his shoe and ran after the barber. The barber cried out, Now I understand. Yes, I have got it. I have understood what you have renounced. Similar is the case with you. You are boiling up inside and you say that you have given up anger. We keep saying that we have given up anger, but in fact, we are not able to do so. There is a difference between merely saying and actually doing it. Till we don't renounce anger, till we are filled with vanity and anger, what shall we be able to achieve in the field of religion, knowledge, and spiritualism? Until you transform yourself mentally, you won't be able to develop spiritualism in your life. Until there is no spiritualism in your life, you won't attain true happiness in it.